After I asked the fan zone to fix the Among Us item bounce, the sus bounce mashup, I received many submissions, and this one is perhaps my favorite. The only issue that I have with this one is that it's not bass boosted. There were others that were bass boosted, but this was like the cleanest mashup. So that's one I went with. Though I realize it is in bad form to use the pretty much the same intro for two different streams. So I have a backup here just in case. Oh, God, for whatever reason, NPC player does not want to fucking cooperate.
Nigger, nigger, Reddit, cope. Cope, Reddit, nigger, nigger, cope to Reddit. Cope to nigger, 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 Reddit, cope, Reddit, nigger, rocket rope, and a pope and a nigger, and a cope and a pope and a pope and a pope. One to the nigger, and a cope and a cope and a pope and a hope and a hope and a pope and a cope and a rigger, nigger, nigger, Reddit, and the nigger, nigger, Reddit, nigger, Reddit, nigger, rigger, Reddit, nigger, 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 nigger. Cope and nigger, Reddit, nigger, 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 cope and nigger, rigger, nigger, 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 Reddit, nigger, nigger. Oh, okay, I'm done.
It's not racist because it's obviously a black man singing a song. So, therefore, it's safe to play. I'm gonna sip my monster energy drink throughout this. I don't know what it is. I'm very sleepy today, but I can't miss a Friday. So this stream will be very peaceful and very sleepy. Just a nice, comfy, sleepy stream. Okay. So I have learned through the years that I should always start my streams by talking about little random mystic shit, because miscellaneous shit, because people will come in after the stream starts and you don't want to get into the meat of things. So on my list of random shit that's happened this week, I have to mention the aphid war, which I've completely lost at this point. My poor, I had like a thing of many different sprouts that were healthy, and then the aphids happened, and now there's precisely one that's still basically alive, and the rest are pretty much just stalks because the leaves have fallen off and it's just dying. So I'm very depressed about this, and I've noticed that at the start of the war, start of the aphid war, I would be very squeamish about touching them because they're bugs. So I'd use like little pincers and stuff and very surgically remove them from my plant. And now I'm so full of hatred of these aphids that if I see one, I will reach over and I'll just crush it with my fingers and roll it off. And I am just blinded. The amount that I hate the aphids surpasses my squeamishness about touching dirty insects. When the battle, lose the war. Yeah, okay. I probably am gonna have to just germinate new seeds that aren't from like a fucking factory, like a plant factory. And someone suggested hydroponics, so I might try that if I get a little bit more space. Yeah, I've tried the soapy water. I've tried milk. I've tried all sorts of different shit, and it's just not going well. I don't even know where they're coming from. I don't like. I'll sweep it. I'll kill them all. And then there's more the next day, and it's very like I realize that they live in the dirt and shit, but very disheartening. I would also like to inquire what the fuck this is. Now, this has been brought. This is apparently old. This is apparently old news, and there is some debate about the perspective of this. But this is Cammy, and I'm not gonna plant any ideas in the heads of my audience. He's showing off these hickeys. He's very proud of them. What the fuck is that next to him? Who is he sleeping with? I want to know if you know who the fuck that is. I want that information. I want to know what the reality of this photograph is, because I have my own presumptions, which I'm not going to say because I don't want to commit defamation if I'm wrong. Nick, it's literally Fuentes? No, that's stupid. I don't know. Wake up, Nick. Wake up. Yeah, it is AF pack, isn't it? America First pack, the meeting. There is like a radioactive well that they're all meeting at so they can all glow together. I think that's today. So I don't know if anyone wants to give me their hot take. If they actually know what the fuck is in, I'm watching the Cami thread on the forum. Please post the facts of this particular photo because it is bewildering to me, and I would like to know. I would like to know more. I would like to know how this came into being. I'm looking for a new home. I am inquiring. I've prepared a document that contains a bunch of questions, and it is pretty thorough, and I'm looking for actual people who have attorneys in a huge list of countries in Europe who can address in a legal way, a attorney-client privileged way, these concerns, because I'll get into it more. I mean, I don't really need to explain at this point what my concerns are with the U.S., but I really just want to get out. I want to renounce. I want to move all my businesses out of the U.S., and I want to go, hopefully, move it all to the same place in a different country. And I have a bunch of concerns about the EU, but I'm afraid to just say, like, oh, I can't move it to some place like the Netherlands because the Netherlands is in the EU. Because from what I understand, the European Union has like a list of suggestions, and it's up to the member states to determine the actual legal implementations of those like parliamentary passings. So I really don't know exactly how the EU works. I don't think most people in the EU actually understand how the EU works. So I'm looking to talk to people who do, and I'm willing to compensate them for their time. So if you know someone who is like a digital rights lawyer or e-commerce lawyer, and they have a firm understanding of things that the Kiwi farmers would need to be concerned about, such as, for instance, if a country in Europe like France is angry at me, what does that mean? If they say that I'm hosting illegal things in their country, and I'm living in Lithuania, right? Norway. Well, Norway's not in the EU, but anywhere. Like, what exactly does that mean for me? And what does that mean for the forum? You know what I mean? If I keep hosting some stuff in the U.S. and I live in Europe, what does that mean for me if the French are mad at what I'm hosting in the U.S.? I have a bunch of very technical questions that need an actual professional opinion, and I'm reaching out to everyone that I can to try and find people in a huge list of these countries, but not even these countries. Like, if you know something I don't about Hungary, let me know and put me in contact with that person, because I'll hear what they have to say to my questions, and I have a long list of questions that I would like to be reviewed by people. So that is my request to everyone as of now, I guess. It probably, like, if you hear this in like 3 weeks, don't be afraid to like email me. I'm not going to be angry, and it's probably still going to be relevant. I don't think I'm going to wrap this up in like a day or two. Just throwing that out there. Okay, now, if you don't want to hear about politics at all, you can plug your ears and start screaming nonsense until this picture of Joe Biden eating ice cream is off your screen. But for the rest of us, all three of you who are interested in my hot takes, actually, before you start plugging your ears, I want to say that this picture comes from an article on ABC News that says Joe Biden eats ice cream like a boss. Oh, it's even a double cone. Ice cream guy Biden chows down on a double cone. Can you imagine if people wrote articles like this? If ABC News published an article like this about Trump? Donald Trump eats ice cream like a boss. Ice cream guy Trump chows down on a 2-scoop bowl. Like, people at ABC News would be fired over that article. They would be lit on fire by a flash mob that has formed around their building. Like, you can't write shit like that about Trump, and it's so weird to see this flattery. I realize that this is from 2014, which was a different time. But they're still flattering Biden. Now I'll move it back to the picture now, because I'm going to give my takes. And now plug your ears and scream until this picture disappears. But Biden's had a rough week in terms of appeasing his supporters. We're only like a month into this presidency by now, right? And he's basically completely walked back the stimulus check. Nobody's going to get their fucking money. And he basically won by bribing black people with money, which is kind of weird. It kind of really highlights how shitty democracy is. If you can just say, like, vote for me and I'll give you money. And that's not considered illegal. That's not considered, like, bribing constituents outright. And then he gets in and he doesn't even give them their fucking money. So all these black people in Atlanta are like, oh shit, we got lied to again. We keep voting for these fucking assholes and they never give us what we asked for. How can we be so stupid? Well, they don't have that kind of introspection. They just say, "She, I can't believe it. We should have voted for a black person," and they leave it at that. But there's that pissed people off. And then there was the issue with, he's killing children again. He's restarted the airstrikes in Syria, and I assume in Yemen too, eventually. People don't talk about Yemen that much, and I don't know why. If you don't know, Yemen is the southwest corner of the Arabian Peninsula. It's below Saudi Arabia, and it's west of Oman. And it is a shithole. It's the shittiest shithole in the entire world. It's basically nothing but a desert that's littered with United States personnel. And when I say personnel, I mean it in the material way, and I mean like bombs is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm half asleep. I need to take another sip. Yemen's flag sucks. Is Yemen's flag no longer the sword? What's the flag of Yemen? Oh, it does suck. It's just like Syria's, but there's no stars on it. Sorry, when I think of Yemen's flag, I think of EU4, which is how I know all the flags in the world. Here, that's their current flag, and this is their historical flag from Europa Universalis. And clearly, the historical flag is better. That is a flag that you're willing to die for. You're willing to send your children down the street to go get an ice cream as Joe Biden explodes them. That's the flag that you want flying, that you want draped over their casket, right? That's a cooler flag. Anyways, people are upset about this, naturally. And the migrant facilities. It's no longer kids in cages. It's migrant overflow facilities for unaccompanied minors. And people are saying like, oh, well, Joe Biden's doing a good thing by putting the kids in the cages. Because, have you heard that the adults who accompany these children aren't always their parents and they have to be separated? In fact, we found one girl who was with a man who was not her father, and she had 20 different semen samples in her, and she was 8. That's why we need kids in cages. And everyone's like, I'm thinking like, that's always been the argument. It has always been the argument since 2016 when Trump was running, or 2015, that there is a massive sex trafficking problem at the southern border. That's been a justification for the kids in cages the entire fucking time. So, but now that he's president, people are going to use that and they're going to believe it. And it's very frustrating to me to see like a blatant hypocrisy or cognitive dissonance that it's literally as simple that Trump said it, so it's not true and it's inherently racist. And now that it's happening under Biden, it's very true, it's very important, and it's for their own good. And I realize that's not like a hot take. That's something that people have been saying for literally decades. But I think this is perhaps the starkest example of that. The kids in cages shit. Because it was a program like started under Obama, carried into by Trump for a legitimate purpose. You cannot have kids with people who are not their fucking parents in adult facilities because they are victims of sex trafficking. But the entire time that Trump is doing this, it's a bad thing. And then as soon as Biden's in office again, it's a good thing. And like you would expect people's necks to fucking snap from the whiplash of having to hold these two conflicting points of view, but it doesn't, and the world keeps spinning, and nobody's any wiser because of it. You know what I mean? Trump says it mean though. Biden says it with love. Biden says it unintelligibly. People, Biden gives a speech and people can draw whatever the fuck they want from that. It might as well be in Latin. Nobody knows what the fuck he's saying. He's out of it, man. But oh well. I find it exhausting to even think about politics anymore, which is why I just want to leave. I want to go someplace small and shitty where I don't have to care. And the problem is that no such place exists, as far as I know. I might have to give up. Like, I host things on 1776 hosting that are offensive, and they are very critical in a very problematic way of existing governments. And I probably, if I move and I want to move everything out of the U.S., I probably can't continue to host those things. And I have to tell those people, sorry, you get fucked. I'll take the incel guy. He can keep hosting his incel forum, but the rest of y'all are causing some fucking issues, and I can't bring you with me to whatever country, Luxembourg, Hungary, any of them, because they get a nasty letter from the French police or whatever, and they're just like, oh, sorry, we gotta ask you to shut that down. And that's like in the best case scenario. So I made a thread about this on the forum, and I just locked it because I said I can't talk about moving without the discussion just evolving to people shouting random names at me. Like, what about Moldova? What about Chad? What about Somalia? What about this random Caribbean island? What about the Grand Canaries? What about Mexico? What about Paraguay? What about the Cocos Islands? What about, and it's like, what about them? They all suck. They're all shitholes, and they all have problems in their legislation. I have looked at literally hundreds of countries with a checklist of things that I'm concerned about, and facially, they all have a flaw. And that's why I've stayed in the U.S., hosted out of the U.S. at least for a long time, and it's just like they're just shit. Everything is shit. And probably the best I can hope for is moving infrastructure, or moving myself to a country that I want to live in, moving infrastructure to a country that is like Russia, and just blocking Russian IPs from accessing it, keeping some content in the US still, and just having it split that way. And that would suck, because I would really like to develop relations with like a data center and live down the street and be able to go visit my fucking data center, but I'll never be able to do that, I guess. Epstein Island is free now? If only Epstein, the Epsteins were willing to protect me with their money. That's the other thing, is that a lot of it's like, if you want to move a business to fucking Malta or Cyprus or whatever and host it there, it's like you have to have €1 million starting capital. It's like I don't really have that. Maybe if I didn't have to spend my my Bitcoin to eat when it was like $100 each, maybe then I would have enough money to go start a company in Cyprus, but unfortunately that's not the timeline that we live in. Oh, and last note on the Biden thing is that this guy, I don't know if this is like a joke or what, but the Biden wins guy, after the bombing, he gave up on his Biden wins account because he said, like, I can't support Biden if he's killing Syrian kids. And I don't know, it might be a joke, but it might not be. And I imagine people are genuinely upset about Biden completely and totally failing to do anything that he's promised. Literally anything, except I guess he put a lot of women and gay people and blacks into his cabinet. That's good enough. Fuck Argentina. I'm not moving to Argentina. Okay, let's talk about shirts. I tweeted this out. I tweeted this beautiful man out. And it's I tagged it with this message: God, give me the strength I need to endure my enemies. And you would expect that would be taken as a joke, because the person in the picture is clearly a joke. But the person in the picture took that as serious. And I can never tell, because Riley is someone who desperately wants attention. He desperately wants attention, which is why I just tweeted the image out, and not like a retweet of his message. Because I don't want to give him attention, and it's really hard because he keeps making himself look ridiculous, and it's funny. But at the same time, I know that he's just like zonked out of his fucking head 24/7, and he's willing to debase himself to get attention. So it is like the duality of man. Like, is it worth making fun of this if it gives him what he wants, which is attention? And I have to kind of tread the line carefully and just do enough where I come out with more humor than he does from attention. And I guess he realized that I didn't link him on purpose, because he went through and he started replying to a bunch of people who were in the messages for this. And in particular, this message right here by Hot Dog Sandwich. Riley is one of the best up-and-coming lolcows in the game. I expect great things from him in the future. 1 retweet, 6 likes. You want to guess who retweeted that? No, I can't show it on without being signed in. Riley did. Riley saw this and thought, yeah, boy, I'm one of the best up-and-coming lolcows. That's the kind of message that I want. So he retweeted that, which is sad, but you can't really call him sad because that's still like attention. He'll appreciate that. You know what I mean? So it's like whatever. Though I do think it's funny because this got out, and I was told that Ralph bragged that he sold 3 shirts. So he earned $6 from Redbubble from selling these shirts. I don't know who number 3 is, but I know who number 2 is because he's someone from the forum. So Civilian of the Fandom Wars published this amazing photo where he's flexing, and he reached a conundrum where he's like, how do I hide my face? How do I take a picture and then show my arms off at the same time? So he's accomplished this by using, I guess, like his lips to press the button. Maybe he like used a video and he just bobbed his head back while the video was recording and then took a still from it. I don't know, but it's very impressive. He definitely wears it better than Riley does. And I thought this was very funny, so I wanted to give him a shout out. So this is what the I don't know. I can't think of a funny. The Virgin Riley. He's not a virgin though. He's like groomed a mentally retarded woman to be his fuck toy. So I can't call him a virgin. He does look a lot like Zoom in this though, which is uncanny. Maybe it's because he's just covering his eyes with the sunglasses, but he's got like the same kind of facial hair and shit going on. I don't know. So this is rough side. This is the Chad broke dick farm. There's something else I was going to say about this. There is a chance, and it bothers me. I really don't like talking about Riley because I know he loves attention, but he's living with Digibro and mint salad, and I might as well. Am I blocked? So this is Digibro now. He's like in his woman getup, and they're living together. If you don't know, Mint Salad's kind of like a fat autistic woman who draws furry art, and there was a scandal with Dick at the time because Mint, I think, was like 17, or maybe not even, maybe she was older, but he basically told her, like, leave your family and go draw furry porn, because her family wasn't going to give her money or anything if she kept drawing furry porn. So he said, leave your family, do whatever the fuck you want, go have fun. And she did leave her family to continue drawing furry art. And then she ended up in a relationship with Riley, who, I mean, I don't know how old he is. He looks significantly older than her, but I could be wrong because he's like a fat drug addict, so he just looks older. So then now they live in like a camper van, and they travel around the country doing drugs and drawing furry porn, I guess. And they've hitched their wagon to Digibro. And one of Riley's hallmarks in his tweets is that he really fucking hates women, which is strange because you know when he talks about women that the only woman that he's talking about is Mint, because that's who he's living with, and he doesn't like have contact with other people. So he's saying that female women, this is like paraphrasing a tweet that he made, female women are the worst. So I'm really hoping this would be the funniest possible outcome. Riley, I know you listen to this because I'm mentioning you. I have a suggestion for the plot of season 2. I want you to dump your mentally handicapped, frumpy, retard girlfriend who doesn't have anything left anymore. I want you to dump her on the side of the road, literally throw her ass out on the side of the road in some godforsaken stretch of highway in Utah. And then I want you to go full-time husband of Digibro. Diginay. I want that to be the shocking conclusion of this story arc in your life. If you do that, I'll talk about it. I promise. I'll retweet you. That's my request. Thank you for your consideration, my friend. Okay, let me get a sip of Monster. I'm not buying Link. Fuck off. Okay. Someone says that they like... I've complained about my mic quality before. And someone said that your mic quality is fine, except when you bang on your table. When you bang on your table, it's annoying. And it's like, that's the weirdest thing, because that doesn't pick up to me at all. But I don't know, because my mic is mounted to my fucking table. That's why you can hear it. I'll have to find like a stand for it or something. Find a way to pinch it to a wall. Okay, so let me give you a crash course on Pamela Swain. Pamela Swain, there's actually 2 people I'm talking about this stream that would be good candidates for a full spotlight person stream. The first is Pamela Swain. Pamela Swain is a woman who was in studies for her doctorate, her PhD. And I believe what happened is that she got hit with schizophrenia in her 20s. And supposedly when she's on her medication, she's a very functional person. And but when she's not on her medication, she's fucking insane. And she had a miscarriage. I think she had a relationship that fell apart because of the miscarriage. She's basically off the fucking rails. God help her, so she doesn't end up like poor Terry. And she believes... Let me try and remember this correctly, because people are going to get mad at me if I don't remember it correctly. I think she believes originally that her doctorate was sabotaged by a schizo cabal of people conspiring against her. And I don't know, I couldn't find the fucking complaint that spurred on this lawsuit. I only have it being closed. But she believes that the Kiwi Farms is like Masonic or some shit. It's a part of this cabal because it's making fun of her. And she posts on the forum as Doc Holliday, 1977. And she's one of the more interesting posters because she's fucking crazy. But she's not like so disruptive that she can't participate in a thread without it falling apart instantly. So I just want to read this list of names that are co-defendants for this Pamela Swain lawsuit. Harvey Weinstein, the Harvey Weinstein Company, Anthony Robbins, Alan Dershowitz, Kiwi Farm social media site, Hillary Clinton, the Central Intelligence Agency, Donald Trump Jr., Samsung, Straight Talk, Twitter, Cliff Conley, Renee Wasson, Tony Jordan, Angela Snyder, and Evans County Schools. So somehow we've all ended up. I should have requested fan art of this. Maybe I will. Here's an idea for fan art for anyone willing to take the time. I'm imagining a courtroom, and Pamela Swain is on one side, on the complainant side, and then on the other side is a big long table. And I want to see Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, some FBI executive suit looking guy who's glow in the dark. He's got like a radioactive bioluminescent glow to him. And then I don't know, a guy in like a Samsung phone costume, like a mascot outfit. I don't know when he had and Harvey Weinstein. And put Harvey Weinstein in like orange an orange jumpsuit because he's currently in prison. So he would have to. He's out of prison to attend this important civil lawsuit, and we're all sitting at the table. Oh, and me. You can draw me as me or as the dog. I don't care. But at this table, we're all sitting together, very, very politely. She's pointing at us very accusingly. And that's how I imagine this in my head. Sorry, I can't give like a better detail of what's, because she's one of those people that I don't get to follow too closely because it's just too much happening. She's like someone that like a bunch of people follow and argue with all the fucking time, and it's hard to keep up with her because there's so much like fluff to it. But the order says, after careful de novo review of this case, the court concurs with the magistrate judge's report and recommendations, to which no objections have been filed. Accordingly, the R&R is adopted and the case is dismissed with prejudice. Order entered at Augusta, Georgia. So that is forever a piece of federal court history. You'll be able to look this up in 100 years from now. Kiwi Farm social media is a co-defendant of this Pamela Slane lawsuit. God, there was more to it, but I couldn't piece together all the details. The opening post for the Pamela Swain thread is pretty comprehensive. It goes into detail about like her miscarriage and her history and studies. She had a big feud with that school because she not only was removed from the school, she was removed in such a way that she has a hard time getting into new programs or finding work. So she can't finish her doctorate. She's one of those people who's smart but crazy. It's very sad. In 100 years, when Kiwi Farms is a tier 1 ISP, that's right. Kiwi Farms is like a satellite in space. And if you want to connect, at the time, every country has its own internet, right? The internet has been fragmented. But out in space, there's the Kiwi Farms satellite, which connects to all the different lowercase I internets. And the only way that it'll be like, it'll be a large community. It'll be like an underground site that the kids will talk about in hushed tones. It's like, can't let the government know you're connecting to the big I internet, the Kiwi Farms. Because they'll arrest you. They'll send you to tranny jail where they mandatory sissy hypnosis you into being a troon. The Kiwi net. Okay, now this is something I'm quite happy about. Oh wait, where is it? So, just to give you a background, I'm gonna close the browser for this. Sophie LaBelle is one of those people like, what's his face, Yaniv. Not as bad as Yaniv. Oh fuck, no. Forget it. Purge your mind. I haven't said anything about Sophie LaBelle. I have to show you crazy people trying to melt snow. Abort. We have to backtrack a little bit. I didn't say anything about Sophie LaBelle. It's still a mystery what I'm going to be talking about after this. Oh shit, where is it? Where is it? Oh fuck. It's in my videos. Huge compilation. Aha! Come on. Yeah, okay. So this is a very funny video of crazy people trying to melt snow. I saw this video when it had like 1,000 views, and then it had like 200,000 the next day, because it's just fucking crazy.
And have no...
If it back...
Okay, watch. I should mention that I'm gonna be showing one black person in particular, but it is not just black people. It is like a bunch of people. This crazy transcends the racial barrier.
See the snow? I'm finna burn it. Wait a minute, the wind kind of blowing.
If you're only listening, imagine this is a vertical phone. Imagine two black hands floating with one has a lighter, the other has a chunk of snow, and he is trying to flick his butane disposable lighter so that he can ignite the snow. He's having some technical difficulties attempting this, but that's what's happening. The snow darkens. The light touches the snow. It bends around it, but the snow, instead of melting, it darkens.
You see?
He lights it again, but it darkens
ice
again.
Don't melt.
The ice don't melt,
Fire
he said.
did it. I'm trying to get it, but the wind blowing, man. Blowing it out.
Let's skip ahead. I'm gonna get a good cross section of people doing this.
Last, look at it.
Okay, we're now inside a Texas woman who looks like she did her makeup just for this video. Her hair is in this weird, like, angel wing type style. It's fanned out. She obviously did her hair and hairsprayed it because she's going to be proving live that something very sus is happening.
Yeah.
You see me?
Yeah.
Okay, she's a little bit smarter than the black guy, because all I was thinking when I was watching the first one is like, bro, that fucking thing is going to get so hot after 30 seconds of trying to ignite this snow. Like, I can't imagine holding a little Bic lighter like that. But she's got one of those extendy ones, the really long ones that are good for using for longer periods of time. Now, she's inside. She has a compacted ball of snow and an American flag, God bless her, long candle lighter in the other.
You have a lighter. Got a ball of Tennessee snow. I'm going to prove that it's actually fake.
This is where we are most comfortable. Most ourselves.
She is holding
Everybody, it's turning black.
the lighter to the snow, and it is indeed blackening.
It's turning black. And it's not melting. So, I guess the storm dumped fake snow on Texas and in Tennessee.
Wow.
It's not melting. It's turning black, just like all the conspiracy theorists are proving that the snow is fake.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's not melting.
Okay, let's get to the next one. I'm gonna get a good cross section. Let's do this black lady. She is inside as well. She has a ball of snow and a regular Bic lighter. Again, we've downgraded. This is like the IQ thing in the black versus white people trying to melt snow. Black people use regular Bic lighters that get really fucking hot. White people have the fancy candle lighters that they can hold away from themselves.
On this fire. Nothing, y'all. Is y'all eating this? Cause this is not ice, bro. This is not snow. Do you hear what I'm telling y'all? This is not snow, y'all. This ain't no. Listen, this is not snow. Do not eat this. Don't let your kids eat this. Okay? Y'all gonna die. Don't eat this. Look, it's not melting, y'all. This is not melting. What kind of snow don't melt?
Okay, next one. Okay, we're back in white man land here. This guy is outside. He's digging up some snow, making a snowball right for us. Let's see. I want to see. Oh my god. All the white people have long extendo lighters, and all the black people have Bic lighters. This is funny. I didn't realize this the first time watching this.
It's not melting at all.
It's not melting, it's turning black.
No.
There's no dripping.
Okay, this is the first one where it's really obvious based on what he's doing. You can see that the snow is actually melting. It's really obvious from this perspective. You can see the hole where it's obvious that the light is melting the snow. And the thing is, like, I'm not like a careless. I'm pretty sure what's happening is that the ice melts and it either like clings to the ice and goes up and then refreezes, or just evaporates up into the snowball because they light it from under it. And what's really frustrating is that they always light it from directly under it. They never like hang it over so that the heat rises. They always like try to shove the fire into it, which is not an effective way to melt a snowball.
At all.
It's not melting, it's turning black.
There is no dripping at all.
Yeah, I also like this spooky music. Look, you can see how the ice is like hardening around it, where the fire is, because it's melting. Especially from certain angles, it's really obvious. Okay, there is a specific person, but I do want to show a bunch of these. Oh, look, white person, extendo lighter.
Let's see, let's get a good look at it down here a little bit. Put it down just a little. Okay, if you're eating this, please stop it. I don't know what this is, but snow that doesn't melt and turns black, we don't eat.
Okay, let's see here. He's out in the snow, makes a snowball with it. He goes back inside. Oh, he has a candle, which is a different... Now, here, this would be the appropriate time to mention that wax, when wax burns, it releases energy, water vapor, and carbon dioxide. I don't know why I know this, but I do know the chemical equation for wax being exposed to heat is that it converts to water vapor and carbon dioxide. So when you have carbon like that and it burns and there's dirt in the snow, because all snow is dirt in the atmosphere that ice builds up around. That's why snow crystals form. It's literally clinging to dirt. So obviously it burns when you hold light to it or fire to it, right? And then the ice just retreats a little bit and hardens because there's air pockets all over the snowball. Now let me fast forward because there's like a full hour of this shit of people trying to ignite snow. Here it is. This woman is fucking great. She's very funny. Though now I have to check and see if she's using a Bic lighter or not.
So all this air can quit coming in. And watch it.
She's using a Bic lighter! Why do the white people know to use candles and extension lighters and the black people just use Bic lighters? I don't understand.
It's fake. This shit not even melting, bro. Look at this shit, y'all. It not even melting, yo. Look at this. They around with their heartbeat outside. The ice not even melting, bro.
Okay.
The snow not even melting. Look at this. It's fake.
She tends to repeat herself again.
It's fake, man. This is still in the same form that it was when I went and picked this shit up from outside. I scooped this shit up on my backyard, and this shit ain't even melting, man. Look, that shit ain't even dripping, bro. It's hanging off the plate and ain't even dripping. Look at this. It ain't even dripping, man. That shit ain't even dripping, bro. And it's hanging out. This is the side of the plate, man. No liquid, no water.
Okay, let me skip ahead because I think she's the craziest of the bunch, and I made note of when she was in this video because I thought I would show her specifically. At some point, she gets so frustrated with the fact that the snow ain't even dripping. You know, she's done scooped it out of a motherfucking backyard and shit, and it ain't even dripping. So she goes out into her backyard and alerts everyone in the neighborhood that this snow is in fact fake.
This fake is, man. Look at this. Look at this. Still stuck to the plate, bro. This supposed to been melted off, man. Look. It ain't even budging, bro. This is the Matrix, man. This shit is the Matrix, bro. All of this fake atmosphere, fake snow. It's fake. This shit won't even slide off the plate. Look, it's stuck. That shit won't burn nor slide off the plate. This shit crazy. That shit crazy than a man. This shit faking a out here, man. All this fake snow and got they dumb trapped in a house. This shit ain't even real, man. I knew it. I knew this. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Shut y'all dumb up, bro. Over there barking and running around that fake snow. This is crazy. I praise to the Most High. We're the above Matrix, man. I'm at these bitch, bro. I proved my point. Alright, y'all. This part 2 of the video. I'm back in this fake Winter Wonderland.
Okay, so part 2, right? All this time I'm thinking, like, here's a very easy way. Because if you watch the video, it is the exact same experiment over and over again. Take Bic lighter, take snowball, hold one under the other, remark as it turns black instead of melting to water immediately. And I just kept wondering while watching this, why the fuck do they not take a pot and then put the ice in the pot and see if it turns to water? Because if it turns to water, then you know that it's just ice, right? And then you can do whatever test you want on it. You can see if it has chemicals in it, how pure it is, yada yada. But surprise, surprise, out of everyone in this video, there is one person smart enough in air quotes to do the pot experiment, and it's this fucking crazy black lady. Unfortunately, she's a little bit too fucking crazy for her own good.
Feel me? And I'm finna conduct another experiment. Now, instead of using the lighter, y'all, this time I'm finna put this on the stove, alright? Yep, on the stove, and see how long it take for it to melt. Now, the crazy part is about this, bro, is I bet, like, at my whole neighborhood, bro, I'm the only one that even decided to do some like this, that even thought about some like this, bro. Why? Because these is not real humans, bro. This is a fake atmosphere, fake weather, fake food, and fake people. Literally fake, bro. All of these have been took over and replaced, my. Instead of conducting experiments and questioning, my bad, y'all, I'm country in a. My English grammar ain't that proper. Like, I don't give a fuck. This ain't my language anyway. But yeah, back to what I was saying, bro. Instead of questioning these got they kids and shit out here playing in it, eating it. These chemicals, bro. It's not even real, man. Watch. I got a pot, right? My pot now, this a little rusty, but it's gonna get the job done.
Okay, someone asked me to translate. Shaniqua is aware that she is the only person smart enough to ask questions about this snow. She claims that the environment is fake, that they live in the Matrix, that the atmosphere is fake, the snow is fake, and even the people are fake, as they have been replaced by some sort of artificial intelligence, which is why their children are allowed to play and eat the fake government snow. Now, she is countrier than a motherfucker, which is why her grammar ain't all proper and shit. And it ain't even her own language, which I assume means that she's supposed to be speaking like African because, she's black. And she's saying, like, this English shit isn't even my fucking language. I should be back in Africa and not, like, the children. Anyway, she's hella fucking woke. Maybe it's ancient Egyptian she's supposed to be speaking. Anyways, she has acquired a metal pan called a pot, and she's about to conduct she's finna conduct a second experiment where she puts the snow in a pot to see what happens when you heat it that way, because the Bic lighter experiment may be a little bit faulty.
I cooks around this, but watch this. I'm finna scoop this shit up in a pot, bro. In a f***ing pot. Finna scoop this shit up. Now, hold up. Let me shut my door. They sleep out here, man.
She is retreating inside her domicile to conduct the experiment.
Call call me experimentalist destiny today in this. Now watch this. I'm finna turn the heat on it. I got a gas stove.
Okay, chat. This is the moment of triumph. Shaniqua is the only person in this hour-long video who ever thinks to try the pot experiment, which I talked about earlier. What do you think happens? What do you think happens, and how does she react to it? I want you to think about that. I'm not going to do like a straw poll, but feel free to blurt out your answer. What do you think is going to happen?
I heard it click. That mean the heat is on, the heat is up.
I see a lot of people saying that it melts.
Now watch it. I'm just finna aim the camera on it. We're gonna see how long it takes for the beer to dissolve. Watch this. Watch this.
And she has a proper gas stove, so this is gonna happen pretty quickly
Now
here.
see, this is supposed to been a dissolve, bro. Soon as all this heat hit this ice is supposed to be nothing but water, my water in a different form. Y'all see this? Watch this. You see how it's dissolving? Look how slow it's doing it. And the compounds is still not breaking down. It's like it's not breaking down, my. First, the color, the white part on this fake.
Okay, I know what she says, and it's hilarious, but just so you know, the ice is melting exactly as you would expect. It's melting where it's thinnest first. She has a big heap of ice in this pan, but on one side it's a little bit it's uneven, and on one side there's less of it, so it touches the metal. That part is melting first, and she's observing this, and she's remarking that it's taking too slow, and begins to describe the physical properties of ice changing into water in a way that is befuddled and confused and angry.
No, it'll start to leave first, and then it'll still be like in compound form, like look right here, and then it'll turn to a liquid. This is fake, bro. Look at this. See, the color is leaving. Look how the color is leaving. Look at this. But the ball itself, the ice itself, is still in form. Look at this. See how the color is leaving first, and we still got this big slab over here that ain't nothing happening to it, bro. And my heat is up. The fire is up to the max, man. Look at this. You see? Look at this. See how this the color left, but it's still, look, it's still in its form.
If you're only listening, what she's remarking is that the ice, which has not melted to water yet, is now saturated with water, causing it to become semi-solid and translucent, but opaque. And she's remarking that this is a strange chemical phenomenon that must be the work of non-water substances.
Look. Now it's turning to liquid because I'm pressing it. You see? All of this. First, all the color gonna leave, all the white. It's like a compound. It's not real. Okay, it's breaking down. I'll watch all the white leave, all the color, the fake color on these chemicals. See? And see how it's still in its form, and then it's gonna change to a liquid.
It's melting very quickly into water, in case you're just listening. At this point, she should have like awakening, like, oh, this is just ice.
Look how long it's taking, bro. Look how long this taking,
and I
bro.
think that voice did happen where it's like, this is clearly just melting. But she's saying it's taking too long.
I rest my case, man. We is in the Matrix, bro. And this is in Dallas, Texas, bro. I'm in Texas. I'm in Dallas, bro. That's where I reside at. And this shit fake as hell out here, man. Look at this. Turn the heat off.
Okay, I think I'm about to end
rest
it.
my case.
It's now just water. It's, look, white guy immediately has an extended lighter. What the fuck? I have to... Is it every time? White woman using candle. White chick. Extendo lighter. White guy. Here we have the low end of the bell curve. This dykey looking woman in Nushanka. I don't know where the fuck she got in Nushanka, if she's in Texas, but we have a failure. We have a weak link here. I have been disproven. My theory of lighter length has been annihilated by this person. Candle. White woman's got I think she's got she's got like a proper like 4-wick round candle. And hers is great. I remember this one because it's really obvious. Because of the mere fact that she has a proper, like a regular candle, she has to necessarily hold it higher over the fire in order to do the test. And as a result, the heat is rising directly up at the water, and you can really obviously see that it's melting just like casually. Look, see, now it's like an ice cube.
Drip instantly.
And she's like shocked that it's dripping.
That's what water.
Oh no, she has an ice cube that time, and she's saying that, look, this is how snow melts, and that's wrong, and here's how an ice cube melts, and that's right. Look, you can really see how it much melted. Oh well, I don't want to keep harping on the snow people. I do find this very funny. What I think is really telling, right, is you have all these people who think that the government is like so wicked and so evil that they are willing to carpet the entire state of Texas in like tranny chemicals to make them trannies, right? And they don't do anything. They sit there and they record it. Like, look at this shit, man. Look at this shit, man. It don't melt. It don't melt. The snow don't melt. It ain't real snow, man. And it's like, if you actually think that this is like the reality that you live in, why do you just sit there and upload shit to fucking YouTube? It's like they're so complacent, and it's really baffling. Whatever. I really have to pee. I'm debating. I should what I should do. What can I play to film to fill up 3 minutes? I should have done it while the black lady was melting snow, but I decided against it. And now my decisions to drink a whole can of Monster is jeopardizing me. Here, watch this. I'll be right back.
Whoa. I get it how I live it. I live it how I get it. Come to motherfucking do it. I pull it with a lemon. Knock she ain't living. It's just how I get acidic. And this ain't a scrimmage. Motherfucker, we
basic training program.
Get exploded in that! Oh my god! She ran it. Wave that low to the top. Nigga, the very wrong glide.
He's a recruiter. Never lies. He's honest, integrity, caring, compassionate, army, values he lives in. Hoo-wah, he's a recruiter.
My constellation is space. Warp speed, doesn't spark, couldn't chase.
Nigga, bath salt, biting speakers in the face. 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 I get it how I live it. I live it how I get it. Count the motherfucking digits. I pull up with a lemon. Knock her, she ain't living. It's just how I get acidic. And this ain't a scrimmage. Motherfucker, we ain't finished. I told you we won't stop. A nigga by the business. Like guns, which is grinning. Wave it low to the top. Nigga, the vape run die. Tell the paparazzi get the lens right. Got the window down top, won't lie. Got the hazard on.
Ha ha. My social credit score, I feel it welling up inside me, growing stronger by the second. The only places that get coated with fake snow in China are in Xinjiang, where the Uyghurs live, and nobody cares about them because they're Muslim. Anyways, now is the time to talk about Sophie LaBelle. I interrupted my introduction to Sophie LaBelle to discuss melting snow. And I beg you to quickly forget about Sophie LaBelle, but now it is time to wrap around to it. Once upon a time, she started drawing these fucking comics, right? And if you don't know who Sophie is, I guarantee you've at least seen her comics, because she's like so prolific and people love to pass around her shit as like laughing material. The famous one is this, where this boy says to Sophie's self-insert child character, this is a signed male, by the way, I guess I should say that. She draws a comic called A Signed Male, which is a gender-critical comic series about a young male to female child transgender person who is like Sophie's self-insert, and it gets kicked around a lot because the comic is really bad. In this comic panel, which is very famous, the bully child says, "Hey tranny, are you going to get fake boobs?" And the tranny responds with, "Suck my dick." To which and remember, these are like 8-year-old children. To which the little bully blushes awkwardly because he's so taken aback. Now that the thought of sucking tranny dick has entered his brain, he's going to end up watching trap porn by the time he's 16. His life is ruined, and I think that's the message that Sophie LaBelle is trying to get across here. So Sophie's actually pretty successful in terms of like comic artistry. People always get angry when I say pronouns, and it fucking irritates the shit out of me. The reason why I say Brianna Wu she or Sophie LaBelle she is because it's like linguistically it makes sense. You don't say like Sophie LaBelle, which is their legal name, he. It's just awkward. So I go with what makes sense in the linguistic sense. But Sophie has had success in selling the comic. They're currently in Finland, talking about trans issues there at some sort of like I don't know what you'd call it, like a commerce thing. They're from Quebec, and Sophie speaks French, and she kind of has like a JFG thing. So if I read anything by Sophie, I'm gonna have to do my JFG accent, which is my catch-all French accent. But here's the general scandal, right? Is that Sophie admitted, Sophie at some point ran like a not safe for work comic, right? And when this got found out, they deleted all of it, and around the same time, a furry cub porn artist named Waffles sprung up. Fast forward about a year later, and someone on the Kiwi Farms, who I guess just happens to look at furry cub porn, was like, "Hey, I found this furry cub porn artist that looks a lot like Sophie LaBelle." And people gathered around and said, yes, this waffle artist really does look like they're the same art style as Sophie LaBelle. Now, Sophie has had a run-in with the Kiwi Farms in the past, many times actually, and in one instance, doxed a retard from the forum named Laguna Blue. Laguna Blue is an autistic woman who is very autistic and would use their real Facebook account to harass Sophie on her fucking assigned male comic Facebook page. And Sophie LaBelle basically went out and doxed them because why not, right? So soon after that, Laguna Blue got a forum thread because she's a retard and is really gross and unhygienic. If you're one of those people who fetishizes autistic women, just know that they have abhorrent hygiene. And when you bleed every month, you don't want to have bad hygiene. That's my synopsis of the Laguna Blue thread. Anyways, where was I? Oh, okay. So they're investigating this Waffles account thing, right? And Sophie is very aware of the forum. And 3 days after the Waffle shit started, suddenly everything that Waffles had posted got deleted. And so that basically confirms it. This person decided to delete everything. And then made the brilliant decision to come out and say, yes, that was me. I'm not ashamed of it. I have a kink for age play. I handled it appropriately in a I just made my porn, and there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is that later, this person, Juniper Russo, comes out and makes this, I think, Facebook post saying, the author of Assigned Male Comics takes photos of other people's children from the lowercase I internet and uses them as references to draw pornography. She teaches and mentors children. This is one example of the diaper fetish art she posted under the username TheWaffles3 on Twitter before she deleted the account. The account was tagged with ABDL and included much more sexually explicit art. Cancel her. Now, this was very effective, and I don't have offhand this comparison, but if you take those two images and you overlay them and try to match up their anatomy, it is definitely 100% a traced picture from A to B. And you can make whatever argument you want about the merits of tracing, but it's very obvious in this instance that she used a real picture of a real toddler to draw this dog in Pampers for sexual gratification. Now let me check and make sure that this is actually safe for work. No, wait. You know what? I'll mention the tweets first. I tweeted about this, and it got passed around a lot. And then fucking Stone Toss makes the same exact tweet, pretty much, and it gets 100 times as much attention, and it really just breaks my fucking heart. Couldn't even give me the retweet. But you know, I bet you I know why. I bet you I know why that this horrible bigot named Stone Toss would refuse to retweet me. It may have something to do with the Israeli flags around my name. It may not, but being a baby, no. I just want a crumb of the credit. That's it. Well, it's not even, to be fair, I didn't discover it, but my community did. And it's nice to say, like, oh, the Kiwi Farms did this. I found this out. I guess in this instance, I don't know if Juniper Rose is on the forum. I would assume not. So this Facebook post is what really kicked it, because if it was just like fetish art, I guess nobody would care. It's the fact that it is from life that freaks a lot of people out. And if this person went ahead, Pina Colda 88, that's a horrible name. If you want to change your username to something less horrible, go ahead and submit it and I'll prove it. Pina Colda 88 went ahead and checked who the Waffles account was following. And it's just like straight up, like, people are saying, oh, this, you can't say that this is sexually explicit. It's just like children lounging in like French girl poses while wearing dirty diapers. That's not sexual. It's not, there's no explicitness to this. It's just diapers, man. Well, this is all very explicit, and I'm pretty sure I can show this on YouTube. If not, whatever. So it's undeniably like, let's have like sex in diapers. That's obviously the intention here. Some soggy red-haired wolf says, can confirm I'm peeing myself right now. Fantastic, thank you. From Chile, representing the home country of Chile. Now, the Troon Defense Force came out and rallied around Sophie, but not as many people as Sophie would hope. Cassandra Miller, which is definitely a tranny name. I'm still so angry about what happened to Sophie LaBelle today. I wish I could regress. I hate that I missed out on being a little girl. Occasionally, I almost get there, but I'm still too self-conscious and slightly envious of littles who can do it. Fetish. Crystal Fraser says, only halfway through the week, and I'm once again deeply disturbed to watch the trans community turn on a trans woman and throw her under the bus. To which Shark Tranny Phoenix Queen says, what's happening now? And Miranda Sparks, also a tranny, says, Sophie LaBelle came out as a little, and Kiwi Farms are peddling some of her private non-sexual diaper fur art as proof that she's a pedophile. Trans Ethics, Black Trans Rights says, this is why never believe anything doxers say. See my pinned tweet. And their pinned tweet is, never read the first 4 rules of the internet. 1, never read the comments. 2, anything you say can can and will be distorted, remixed, and used against you. 3, screenshots can be faked. And 4, doxers lie. Trans ethics is also a locale, but it escapes me who they are. I'm sure I could look this up, actually. Trans ethics, Kiwi Farms. Give me the good stuff. Torin. That name does sound familiar. Give me a picture. That's a picture of him as a dude. Is there no, like, chick picture of this guy? I imagine it's the one on the right. It doesn't really say. What's this? Oh! It's fucking, Torin is ADF's roommate. The fucking... You have definitely seen a picture of ADF. Hold up. You have definitely seen a picture of ADF. I realize that a lot of people watching this are new, and I talked about ADF a long time ago. You have 100%. If you have ever looked at any Twitter account or any poll Twitter account, you have definitely seen this fucking picture of ADF. This guy is still around. He is passed around constantly in, like, cringe leftist meme montages, and Torin, the trans ethics person, is his roommate. Funnily enough, very small world in the tranny clique. I definitely recognize that name. I think the last thing I remember about happening to ADF is that he basically lied on medical forms to get gender reassignment surgery and posted pictures of his neo-vagina, like, right after surgery, and it was just horrific. Just horrific. Surely not going to regret that at all. Anyways, that's a picture of Sophie. Anyways, here. Here's they closed their Assigned Male Comics Facebook page and put up this tweet. Sophie LaBella says, "I'm bracing for some pretty big backlash." Oh, wait. Let me get a sip of Monster, actually. I'm bracing for some pretty big backlash. People are going absolutely bonkers over that stupid and silly diaper furry art I made. You're going to hear some pretty harsh things about me, painting littles as ABDL folks, as molesters and pedophiles and whatnot. They're making up all kinds of lies about it. I hope it won't change how you view me and that there will be some to take my defense. I am fearing for my life right now. And then, here, and this is the picture. It is weird to think about, that they think about, like, oh, I wish I was a little girl. Because I also know that it's, like, a big fetish for trannies to, like, think about, like, girl sleepovers. Like, they think about, like, a 12-year-old girls having sleepovers and making out and shit, and that's, like, a big fetish for them. So I imagine they do like have these tranny sleepovers where they're all dressed up in, like, diapers and shit, and they start making out, because that's how they think that, like, little girls interact with each other. They have, like, this hypersexual vision of what female childhood is like. Oh, here, this is also a really famous one, by the way. What do you mean I have boys' parts? Are you talking about my penis? Because it's mine, and I'm a girl, so it's a girl's penis. This is unedited. I remember this one when it came out. This was one of the famous ones that get passed around a lot. I think Sophie was a teacher, and then they got fired at some point. And it was always a big question as to why they got fired, but now we can probably make some assumptions as to why. But I think they're an advocate for early age transitioning. I think they're in Finland. They're in Helsinki. I think that's the name of it. I don't want to say the name of Finland's capital and get it wrong. I have to check this now. It's gonna bother me. Helsinki, that's it. They're in Helsinki right now in Finland, and they're spreading this mythology of young age transitioning. So if you're in Finland, you can go protest them in person at this trans convention, if you so choose. You can dress up as Spurto and say "foog" at them very loudly. It'll confuse and frighten them, non-violently, of course. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah. Been about. I think that's it. Have I missed anything? Even gave their own kid self a shit hairline. Yeah, it's super, super obvious that this kid's just like a self-insert for Sophie LaBelle in all the comics, which makes a lot of them super weird, because in a lot of them there's like proto-relationship stuff going on between the child characters. So, I don't know. I guess that's part of the ABDL fantasy, right? Who the fuck is Kevin Gibes? Oh, yeah, the crying Nazi guy. I really don't know too much. I heard he was one of Ralph's co-hosts once upon a time. Here, I'll post this nice meme that someone sent me that I thought was funny. Oh, come the fuck on. Just show the fucking picture. Piece of shit. Okay, fine. I'll save it. And then I'll post it into Firefox. Ta-da! He looks exactly like the Coomer meme. Just really fucking uncanny. Because he's even got like the bloodshot eyes from crying in court. Okay, correct. Okay, now we must correct me if I'm wrong. Is he one of Ralph's co-hosts? He ran the Chris Can't cast, I think, unless I'm confusing him with the Kiwi Chris guy. I feel Chris Cantwell. Is that not also the name of the Kiwi Chris from the Dick Show? I feel like I'm going insane thinking about this. No, he's not. Okay. Just uncanny. Christopher Coomwell. I hate it. You're thinking of Cantillions. Oh my god. That's a really weird coincidence. He ran like a fuck. Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I'm going into this blind. I didn't think about talking about him because there's really not that much to say. And I'm a sleepy boy. Have mercy on me. He got sentenced to 41 months. He's been in trial for 13 months. Federal prison. He ran a podcast out of, I want to say Maine, or Massachusetts, or New Jersey, some fucking New England state like that. And he was very far right, very like fashy, and he had a beef with someone else in the rightosphere, and he tried to extort them, I think is the official charge, and he ended up in prison for it. This is not the guy, the one who called in like 90 different SWAT pranks, right? That was the Adam Waffen guy, who isn't Chris. His show was Radical Agenda. He's from New Hampshire. Okay. Thank you, chat. Chat, just do the show for me. I'm going to read out messages to kind of piece together the story. Chris Cantwell was a far-right podcaster from New Hampshire. And he went to jail for a while. He's still in jail. Oh, water cooler sending me the Wikipedia article. Thank you. Oh, that was Sam Hyde. No, not the same. Yeah, the Adam Waffen guy is different. And he got like a long ass time, which he fucking deserved because he was an idiot. The Adam Waffen guy got like forever years in jail because he called in so many different SWAT pranks and was so flagrant about it. Josh has become Jim. Oh no. Cantwell was a Fed. Well, he's in jail now. He got a pretty light sentence. Like, I think the maximum was like 10 years for his crime. So all things considered, he didn't get as much as they were going for. No, I'm not gonna clean my room. Fuck off. I'll clean it later. I'm sleepy today. They took pity on him after all that crying. Okay, yes. And okay, as far as like Chantal news goes, here's the deal, and I'll just like recap it off memory. I don't have clips for it. She had a cyst in her fupa, and she's very, very clear about this. She has a cyst in her fupa. No ambiguity. She keeps saying it, and she'll laugh about it. She'll cry laughing, thinking about her cyst in her fupa. And she had to go to the ER and get it cleaned. And then she had to come home and has to do like saline water cleans and replacing the bandaging because she has a cyst in her fupa. And then she had shortness of breath. She goes to the ER. They, again, like the same week, like the next day, and they have to do like a CAT scan on her. She doesn't fit into the fucking MRI. So she has to like put her upper body as much as she can into the MRI machine in order to get like an upper chest view to see if there's obstruction. And they're saying like you have a blood sugar of 17. It should be 9. It's like either 9 or 7, something like that. So your blood sugar is very fucking high. You have vasculitis. You probably have diabetes. You're going to have to start eating healthy. And she closed her fucking OnlyFans. And I don't know if I talked about this last week. I think I did. But to clarify, she has shut down her OnlyFans. And one of the things of consequence that came up after that is that people, when you subscribe on OnlyFans, I believe you subscribe for a month at a time. So she earned $1,000 in subscriptions for that first month, and she closed it like after a couple days. So people said that they got refunds for all that subscription money. So it's like she put out the OnlyFans content, she made $1,000, she shut it down immediately, and then I guess OnlyFans refunded all the money that she got because she didn't follow through with a month of content. And from what I understand, she shut it down because the people messaging her were so fucking vile, like in the request of what they wanted her to do, that she was just like shocked and shut it down because she says she had people asking her for like fart porn and shitting herself and like all this fucking nasty, horrific things where people just went to see her degrade herself, and she couldn't handle it, so she shut it down. So she put out the stuff that I showed last stream, and then doesn't get to keep the money for it because of fraud reasons, and now is being told that her fupa is rotting off of her. Her blood sugar is more than 10 points higher than it should be. And she has to change her ways, and she's all depressed now, and she has these mods in her chat, in her YouTube chat. There's a guy named Karate Joe. I'm pretty sure he's black, and I'm pretty sure he lives with his mom, and his mom watches Chantal with him, and he's very weird and demanding and keeps telling her like, you can only stream for 15 more minutes and make sure you do this. And if she tries to eat a little bit of food, like eat less food than she usually does, Karate Joe's in the chat like, no, you got to eat more. And it's so weird and demanding and creepy, and everyone thinks that he's paying her a ton of money. And he's banning everyone in chat who tells her to eat less and be healthier. So her chat is like, she gets about as many viewers as I do. So maybe even more. I think she had 1,700 her last stream. So think 500 more people in this chat, but like no messages a second because Karate Joe just sits there and fucking bans everyone who says anything, so that she has like and people like that she knows that she likes will come in and tell her like, I can't reply in your chat anymore because I'm fucking banned for some reason. And it's Karate, and he just wants he wants her to die, I guess. That's his fetish. He wants her to eat herself to death. So she's laying in she's doing the beach whale thing. That's what I call it when she like streams herself for 3 hours, just like laying down, face down on her bed with her camera up, and she's like too lazy to even sit upright in her kitchen anymore. So she's in beach whale depression mode, just saying like, oh, they're saying that I'm dying and shit. And it's like, I don't know what I can do. I try to do intuitive eating and it's just not working. I'm still really hungry for 10,000 calories a day. And people are saying they can't post on my chat anymore because Karate Joe's banning everyone. And I don't know what to do about that. And so her brilliant decision is that she's going to have a pizza party. Literally, she's going to have a pizza party. But she is going to make the pizza herself. And because she's making it at home, Karate Josh, fuck off. I need a Karate Joe in my chat banning anyone calling me Karate Josh, because that's an affront to my character, my good character. But so she's gonna make the pizza, and because it's homemade, it's instantly healthier. It doesn't have it has when you make something at home, it has no calories. That's what she's saying. So she's gonna make a bunch of fucking pizza and eat it and die, I guess. That's her plan. That's the life. That's the life of Chantal. I kind of feel bad for her, but not really, because she's such a bitch. You know what I mean? If she was any more likable, you would feel bad for her. But she like sends DMCA's. She like is an asshole. She's just like that category of people who thinks that they are completely and totally beyond criticism, and they get to do whatever they want, and nobody gets to say anything about it. So it's like, okay, whatever, fuck her. Though I will miss making fun of her if she dies. So hopefully she stays around enough for me to find another fat person who's as funny. Okay. Is that it? Anything else? Josh, is this stream over? I think so. Naruto Webby with the anime avatar that looks like... What the fuck is that? It looks like a fairy. Naruto Webby, what the fuck is your avatar? Well, it's creepy as fuck. I'm pulling this up. Hold up. Oh god, it's so small. Chat. What the fuck is this? What is Naruto Webby's fucking display picture? It looks like an ice fairy. Naruto Webby, I demand that you change your avatar to something that's less fucking creepy. Talk about Trudeau. No. Alright, fuck it. I'm done. I don't feel like doing this anymore. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm gonna go eat spaghetti and take a nap. That's my plan. If you are an attorney from a European Union country, then please send me an email, jcmoon@pm.me. If you know one, get them to contact me. I'm looking for legal advice, and I will pay for your time. Thank you. Bye-bye. Wait. I have a submission. Apparently, my demands have been met within the time frame of this stream. Here we have the defendant's table that I requested. I think that is me on the far left. As you can see, my eyes are very far apart. I can tell it's me because the eyes are on opposite ends of the head, and I'm wearing a shirt that says "Broke Dick Farms." I like the minimalist Kiwi logo. That's just like a stick bug or something. I guess that's Weinstein because he's in the jumpsuit and he's like got like the stroke face happening. Hillary Clinton, she's the second most confident, I guess. She looks pretty. She looks like she's satisfied with her defense. CIA, he's not glowing though. I'm gonna improve on this real quick. I'm gonna just take it, put it into Miss Paint. Where is my Perfect. Okay. Here, I've improved it. I have artistic skills, right? So here's my version of it, which is objective. This is now my art. It's objectively better. The CIA man is glowing. That's not Donald Trump. That does not look like Donald Trump at all. If that's supposed to be Trump, it doesn't look like him at all. How do you fuck up Donald Trump? He's got such a distinctive face. And then the Samson guy, he's just chilling out. All right, sorry, I had to break this in. I didn't want to forget about it. I saw it at the last second. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, fine, it's Trump Jr., fine.
дурак. Лысая башка трещит от глупых песен, тяжкое призвание дурак. Врут, кто говорит, что смех полезен. Грим скрывает тысячи морщин. Сизый нос опух от табака и пьянства, маленький беззубый орликин. Дуралей устал от хулиганства. Смех зазвенел королевской монеткой. Маленький шут в позолоченной клетке. Пьяные сны, карусели и черти. Маленький шут, самый грустный на свете. Завтра будет новый маскарад. Рыцари, турниры, фейерверк и танцы. Шут наденет красочный наряд. Будет бегать, прыгать и смеяться. Пощекочет ножку королю. Рассмешит принцессу безобразной пляской. Гайер подражает соловью, но скрывает ворона под маской. Смех зазвенел королевской монеткой. Маленький шут в позолоченной клетке. Пьяные сны, карусели и черти. Маленький шут, самый грустный на свете. Зазвенел королевской монеткой. Маленький шут в позолоченной клетке. Пьяные сны, карусели и черти. Маленький шут, самый грустный на свете. Смех зазвенел